Hi again, Spela here, and welcome to the third of the 3 video series. In the third, I will open a big issue of something that you all know, for example, a football team. I work with quite a few good football players and sports people because it's natural, yeah? Who is good in sports is usually very good in music and vice versa. And what I learned is that really helps these students to use their knowledge from the field they already know. So like in football, you deal with 10 players. And the one that usually nobody notices is the trainer. Yeah, the trainer. So what the trainer does? The trainer is basically coordinating. It's responsible to correct the strategies, the technique of the students. And if you translate that to your musical practice, you see that you don't work with fingers directly. You work basically with the trainer, and the trainer works then forth with fingers. That's a very useful analogy. Why? Because it brings a third player into the game. In the sense of learning how to play an instrument, that would be your somatic behavior. Somatic is something that you train, or you are trained subconsciously, or the somatic is subconsciously triggered. That's called a psychosomatic. Or you consciously train that somatic. So how do you do that? How does the trainer act towards the players? Is he uses names of the players. He calls them by name. He calls them by name to keep them accountable. He calls them by numbers and so on. So the very important thing is to become aware that when you speak things loudly, when you call the notes by calling them by saying loudly their name, like C C G G A A G. The micro task is to remember what I played. And you will see after a week, you will say, oh, you know that song, Spela CCGG something, you know. But you will not be able to sing, but you will be able to remember these names. Why? Because by just being aware that training a trainer, training your mind, engineering your mind is really talking loudly to yourself. That is the key. That is the first step. So you need a melody or you need notes. And in the notes, it's written these things. And if you try to read them in your mind only, you read or you become aware of less than 10% of that message. So just talk more, extrovert more, talk to your somatic, train it, and get feedback. If your mind, because when you are quiet, you don't know what your mind basically is instructing your trainer. That's why you need to demand from yourself to say things loudly. Okay. See you next time.